Hello, this is Erin Brule with the Milky Way, and we just wanted to give you a step-by-step walkthrough of setting up your first Facebook like ad. And as we mentioned, we've had some really awesome results, so I recommend checking that out. So you're going to be running Chrome because the Power Editor only works with Chrome right now, and so once you've installed it, you're going to see it here on your ads page, and it's Power Editor. So you click on that. And what you're going to need to do first is set up a campaign. So make sure up here you see it says ads or campaigns. So make sure you clicked on campaigns, and you're going to want to create a campaign. So click on create campaign, and then down here it gives you the option of putting your campaign name. Call it whatever you like. So say it's your page like campaign. It's going to be an auction campaign. Then you're going to set a budget. Now I recommend setting a budget because you can quickly spend a lot of money on Facebook ads if you're not paying attention. With this strategy you really don't, but it's always better to be safe than out of money. So you can set it either daily or for the lifetime of your campaign. So here we just have it set, let's say $10 a day, and you can either run your campaign continuously from the start date, but I would recommend starting off setting an end date just to make sure you don't forget about it and it keeps just ticking along in the background. So you might want to set it for a week, you might want to set it for a couple days just to make sure you stay on top of it, or you might just want to let it run continuously. It's entirely up to you. So here we've got our campaign set up. Now you need to save it. Now this is not intuitive at all. So click the upload. So think upload equals save. Okay, so now you've got the little green arrow which is saying, okay, you've got, this is an ongoing campaign, your page like campaign. So you see it here, over here in recent campaigns on the sidebar. So you click on that, and now you're going to click on ads. So now you need to create an ad for this campaign. So you see the creatives and placements here. So you're going to click on create ad. So what you're wanting to do is you want the people who like your page, you want their friends to see that their friends like this page, and it's social proof. So if your friend Jane, who you're going to see her little face and her name pop up, and so it's going to catch your eye, and it's going to be in the news feed. We'll set it up so it's in the news feed, and it's going to say, hey, Jane likes your photography page, and it's going to pique their interest much more than just you trying to get their name or your name in front of them, because it's using social proof. So it helps obviously that you've got a bit of an audience and a fan base to begin with. Now I'm assuming this is for a photographer who works in a local community, and so you're going to be targeting your town, and if they're friends like you, that's who you're going after. If you work more global or you're selling things online, it's going to be a little bit of a different strategy, but the steps are the same for setting up your ad. So let's just call it ad name friends. Call it whatever you like, it doesn't really matter. Now what we're doing, it's not an ad, we're doing a sponsored story. So click on sponsored story, and the first thing you have is about a page or place, people liking your page. So this is what we're wanting. We want people to like your page. So if you look over here, I'll show you the creative preview. Now we're using this for Milk and Honey Photography, Lisa's page here. So in the destination down here, it's going to give you the drop down, and it's going to give you all the Facebook pages that you own. If you just own the one for your business, that's the option you're going to see. So there's Milk and Honey Photography, who's we're using here. And so what my friends would see is Erin Brule likes Milk and Honey Photography, and then they're much more likely to go check that out if they're interested in photography. But you know you're getting people like your current clients. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to change placement. So you don't want it to be all Facebook. Well, I recommend you don't, is you just go to the news feed, because people tend to be tuning out a little bit on those right-hand ads. So news feed, it's just going to be in their news feed. That's why it's called news feed. Anyway, so click on that, and then all mobile devices. So the next thing you want to do over here under the creative and placements is go into audience. Now, again, depending on your type of business, it's going to say where you want to go. Now, if you're a local photographer, you probably want to go by your particular city. So here for Lisa's business, we're going to go to Kamloops, BC, and we might include all cities within 50 miles. Okay, so this is telling me, when you take a peek over here, The estimated reach is 37,000 people who live within 50 miles of Kamloops whose friends are already connected to Milk and Honey Photography. Okay, so this number might be less if you have a smaller fan base. Lisa has a pretty big fan base right now, but it doesn't really matter. How many fans do you really need? How many new clients can you actually take in a year? So don't get really stuck on really high numbers. What matters is that they're quality leads. So people who are already liking your page, if you've gone about trying to get the right people to like your page to begin with, which is why it's so important to care about quality fans, not just quantity, because in things like this, it's a much easier strategy to work with. So we can target this group even smaller. Now, you should have spent some time thinking about who your target audience is. What is your client base? Now, let's say for Lisa, and I'm just totally going to make these up, but we're going to say that it's people between the age 35 and 40 tend to be the people who are booking her. And it's the women. Okay, so now we've really dropped that down. And yours might be way smaller. Doesn't matter. Again, you're thinking about you want to have quality leads of people who are most likely to book you. There's no sense in having them as a fan if they're not going to be potential clients, okay? Okay, so now we've got that. We've got women. Precise interests and broad categories. Typically for the small business, not really necessarily going to have to narrow this down for your photography business. So the idea is people already like your photography page or your business page, and this ad is going to be targeting their friends. Okay, so their friends are going to say, hey, Jane likes this page. Okay, advanced options, again, people don't necessarily put in what they're interested in and what relationship status they are, so I tend to just leave these totally open, like to the default. And then your pricing and status. So we're going to do a cost per click, and it's going to give you a suggested bid range. And so usually, from what I've heard, you just sort of go, somewhere, maybe it'll be 27 cents. And it doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's going to actually cost you, but that's sort of your suggested bid starting point. And then just pay attention to what it's actually going to be costing you per click. So you don't want it to be paying so high. But so there is a fairly inexpensive way to get fans, and you're only paying on when they click on that ad. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to necessarily like your ad. They might not click on the like, they might just click on your page, but it's a really great starting place. Now again, this ad is not saved yet because we haven't clicked upload. So remember, upload is saved. So click on that and your ad is going to be rolling. It's going to go pending. They're going to have to look at it to approve it, but then it's going to start. And then you want to pay attention to make sure that the numbers are, that you're not eating through your budget, or, that you're getting actual quality fans. And then, of course, you want to make sure you've got a strategy in place to convert those fans into leads and get them onto your e-news list. But that's an entirely different topic. I just wanted to show you quickly how you use the new Power Editor to get set up on Facebook.